Hello dear students, very good morning to you all. In today's class I teach you the second lab program, that is you need to write one Java program to implement the stack operations. The experiment aim given by the VTU is like this: develop a stack class to hold a maximum of 10 integers with suitable methods. Develop Java main method to explain the stack operations. In front of you on the screen the code is here. In today's class let us go through the entire code and try to understand how to implement the main method, how to implement the user defined methods, and how to define the main class. But before discussing all these lines of code, first and foremost thing is that we need to have the knowledge of what is stack as well as which are the stack operations we need to perform. You might be knowing, anyhow I revise in brief. What is stack? Someone asks you what is stack, then how are you going to answer this question being a computer science and engineering student? The answer given by one of the student is like this: dear sir, in data structures a stack is a linear data structure. That means programmer created data type, you can say, or programmer created data structure. It is linear, wherein the values can be stored in sequence, so it is called as linear data structure that stores the values in which order do you know? Last in first out order. That means the value whichever you store at the last, that can be retrieved first. So this stack is also called as last in first out data structure, or the principle followed to store the values and get the values back is last in first out. This means that the most recently added element is removed first. This is what a stack. Which are the operations we perform with stack? Mainly we perform two operations. One is push, one more is pop. Push means adding the elements into a stack. Pop means retrieving the element from the stack. Push, which adds an item into the stack. Pop means it removes the most recently added item from that stack. See the analogy example so that you can understand. The name stack comes from the physical act on stacking items on top of each other, like a stack of plates. Usually in our kitchen room and in the restaurant we find the stack of plates wherein they put the plates on one another, so that whichever they want means last in first out. Whichever we store the plate at the last, that one we are able to get it first, isn't it? This is what we call stack of plates. You can see the stack of coins might be there, and stack of tennis balls in this can, and stack of books. And what I did, I stored the books on one another, right? Here this is what we call stack. Then stack can be implemented by using arrays also, by using pointers also. But in this lab you are going to write Java program. That means you are going to implement this stack by using arrays in Java. Then you can see the graphical representation of a stack here. This is what the empty stack, and no values at all. In this stack first I have added the 5, that is what we call push operation. Next I have added one more value, that is 6. That means I pushed the number 6 into a stack. Now I will take out the 6 outside, that is what we call pop. Then I take out the 5 also. Now it is empty stack. Push means adding the element, pop means taking the values from that stack. This is empty stack. Here after removing all the values also it is empty. This is graphical representation. And we pass through here two situations. One is stack overflow and stack underflow. During these two situations, possibility of getting errors, those are called stack errors. If no space at all I am trying to add, then overflow situation comes. In this stack no space at all, already I have added these many values. I am trying to add one more value here too, no space, so stack overflow situation comes here. That is what the error. You tried the program to handle this error also. Stack underflow means stack underflow situation comes during the pop operation, during the deletion. If values are there, you can delete it. If no values are there, you are trying to pop, means stack underflow. Top is pointing to -1 means no values at all. This is one array of the size 4, a of 4, assume like that, a of 4. A of 4 means a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3. We take one variable as a top and we store -1 inside, so that to identify it is empty stack. Then we increment the top, then we decrement the top. Once we add the values, we increment plus top. When you delete top minus. If you add the values, plus top means what? First top will be incremented. You can see in this program. In the pop method, we are performing plus top. First we increment the top, then we add the value. Pop means what? First we take the value inside the top and value inside array of top, then we do top minus. This is postfix. First top will be used, afterwards decrement. Here first increments, then the updated value will be used. In the push method we use plus top, in the pop we use top minus. This is what all about the different operations and the different situations while working with the stack. In today's program, we implement the push, pop, display and the stack overflow, and we check for stack overflow and stack underflow also. In Viva Versa, teacher may ask you what are the applications of stack data structure. You can answer the questions like this. Anyhow, you are learning the data structure subject, wherein you are going to learn about this stack in detail. You can answer simple answers like sir, stack is going to help us while working with the algorithms named depth first search and breadth first search, wherein the stack is going to help us to manage the memories, that is to keep records of all function calls and returns. During the evaluation of expressions, prefix to infix, infix to postfix, conversions of expressions can be done by using stacks. And history of browser while working with internet, the back button seen in web browser utilizes a stack to preserve a record of the sites that have been visited in the past. Sorry. And usually we work with undo redo in editors, in Word, in Notepad, in WordPad. How those undo redo options are working? Because of stack data structure. Parsing, the usage of stacks in parsing algorithms, that helps to ensure that the operations are performed in the appropriate order. Here in stack we are going to use. And in text editors, like just only we discussed undo redo, copy paste, indentation in text editor. And recursive function, a function that calls itself is called as a recursive function, wherein stack operation, stack data structure has been used. And if teacher asks you the applications of stack data structure, you can answer memory management, expression evaluation, history of the browser to manage, undo redo, parsing, text editors, cut copy paste, recursive functions. Now this is all about the theory you need to know before writing this program. Now this program is very easy program, nothing is there in this program. Here the class name is stack, here file name must be stack, S capital. Here my class started and where it completes at the end here. And you can see one main method here. Okay, main method here started and completed. Above the main method, user defined methods here. This is first method, it is a constructor, and push is another method, pop is another method, is empty is another method, is full is another method, display. Totally how many methods you are writing? One is to show the contents of the stack, one more is to check whether is it full or not, one more is to check whether is it empty or not, one more is to pop out the elements, delete the elements, one more is to add the elements. And this is a constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is also a method, but its name is similar to the class name and no need to call this method. It executes automatically whenever you define object. Whenever you define object, it works, no need to call it, but name must be same, stack. Whenever you call, what happens actually here? It allocates the memory for an array. You can see here class variables has been defined by the programmer here. It is max size is a variable, it is final type, private static, variant 10 has been stored here. Develop a stack class to hold maximum of 10 integers, so we stored here 10, and one array we defined, 1D array of the type integer, and private int top to maintain that top pointer. And now whenever you define the object, it works. That means the memory will be allocated for that array. Top will be initialized with -1, means no values at all in that stack. Now you can see here in the main method I defined the stack object s small here, and don't get confused, this is the object name, stack is object, and same object I used here, right? Same object, isn't it? Now I think you understood. Same object I used here, stack, and I'm calling the methods are associated or attached with this object. I'm calling the push here for 3 times. I call the display once, I call the pop once, next again I call the display, I call the pop, I call the pop, I call the display. I'm calling. That means I push the 5, I push the 10, I push the 15, I display the contents of stack. I pop out, I display, I pop out, I pop out, I display. So whenever you run the program, you can see the output like push to 5, push to 10, push to 15, contents of the stack after adding 5, 10 and 15 on the 5, 10, on the 10, 15. 15 has been popped out, remaining values are 5 and 10. 10 has been popped out, remaining value is popped out values is 10, remaining value is 5. 5 has been popped out, and the empty is stack. This is for trial learning experiment. Then how to write this program? It is so easy. Just only understood. Whenever you define this object, this method works automatically. That means memory is allocated for the array and top is -1. Next I am calling the push into bracket 5, stack dot push into bracket 5. 5 will be transmitted to this push method. Here the push comes, push works, isn't it? 5 will be transmitted to this value. Method name is push, it takes one input, no return value, it is public type. In the push, isFull is called. IsFull is another method you can see here, written by you only, to check whether the stack is full or not. IsFull we use in push, isEmpty we use in pop. That means push is the assistant for boss. Means who is the boss here? Main. Main is calling the push and pop and display. For push is calling which function? Can you guess? Push take the help of isFull. That means isFull is the assistant for the push. For push, who is the assistant? IsFull, to check whether the stack is full or not. If stack is not full, he will add the value. If stack is full, I cannot add the elements, like that. If else has been used here, true block and false block. If it is full, stack is full. If it is not full, array of ++ top value will be added, pushed value it prints. Then isFull, how it works actually. First time top is -1, 5 has been passed here. isFull means this isFull works. Return top double equals to, here one thing, don't use single equals to, double equals to. Top is -1, max is 10, 10 -1 that is 9. -1 matches with 9, no, false, it returns false if no match. Whenever top becomes 9 and this also 9, when the top becomes 9, whenever you add 10 values, if both are same, it returns true. When it returns true, whenever top becomes 9, now the top is -1, -1 is not matching with 9, so it returns false, and it returns false means false block works. That means there is a space. Array of ++ top is -1, to the -1 if you add 1 it becomes 0. Array of 0 equals to 5. In array of 0, 5 has been stored, and it prints pushed value is 5. Like this, I called the push by passing 5 ++ top, passing 10 array of 1. In array of 1, 10 will be stored, ++ top, ++ top, array of 1, ++1, array of 2 is having 15, display. Whenever you call display at the time 0, 1, 2, top was 2. Whenever you call the display I equals 0, I less than equals to 2, I ++. array of 0 less than equals to 2, 1 less than equals to 2, 2 less than equals to 2, 0, 1, 2 we are getting. Array of 0 space, array of 1 space, array of 2 space. Like this we get the contents of the stack on the screen, and we move the cursor to the next line. This is how the display works. Next, how the pop works actually. When you recall the pop method works here. First it will check whether the values are there or not. Is empty will check it whether it is empty or not. Now top value is how much? Actually 2, isn't it? Is empty. Is empty means it comes here. Top is now 2. 2 is equivalent to -1. Whenever top is pointing to -1 index, then that is empty. Now top is not -1, top is 2. 2 is not 2 is matching with -1. No, false. It returns false now because values are there. If no values are there at the time top was pointing to -1, at the time it returns true. When it returns true, if no values at all. If values are there, false. Is it empty? No. 2 is matching with -1? No. No means false. False means this works. It will take out the top element from the array of top. Array of 2 has been taken. Then top minus minus. Then it prints a pop dot value on the terminal. Like this we want to retrieve all the values from the stack. If top points to -1, I get the message stack is empty. This is what all about how the push works, then how the pop works, how is empty and is full works, then what is the use of this constructor with no parameters, and we defined object and we performed these many operations. It is so easy program. If you get this experiment in the lab internal, you are the luckiest student. Just as a bird's view, one cluster, variant class variables, and stack method constructor, then push, then pop, then is empty, is full, then display, and main method. That's all. It is so easy program. Now already I copied in the netbeans, then I run for you, run file. I am getting the output here. Push to 5, push to 10, push to 15, stack 5, 10, 15, pop to 15, remaining 5 and 10, pop 10, pop to 5, stack is empty. It is so easy program. And most commonly made mistakes by the students while executing this program in the lab is that file name needs to match with this class name, and uppercase capital S here, this is smaller case, and remaining opening bracket, and you can cross verify. Oh, started here, main method started, completed here, click, it is the end of class. Where it is started? Here it is started. And cross verify, stack started and stack is over, push started and push is over, else block started, completed, true block started, completed, pop started and pop completed, true block started and true block completed. If you get any red underline, then think that there is a mistake. Top, now red underline they are getting, isn't it? That means there is a mistake. So you can understand your mistakes. And here if I type S is small, see here what happens. Error I am getting, isn't it? Because the stack class name is capital S. And some students will take it as ST. If you take here ST object name, then you can see red underline here. You change the object name means you need to change these things also. So you need to observe while typing the code also. And if you observe like this, you improve a lot. I think you might have understood the entire code. And write once on paper without any reference, and match your answer with this correct answer. If both are same, then you have practiced for examination, and you execute this program with confidence. And you can use it as an example also. For constructor you can use this method, for arrays and for loop, for methods. You can use this program as an example also in the examination. I hope you might have understood. Thank you one and all. Have a nice day.